Wise is having its worst day in the markets ever. After a report from the Bureau of Investigative Journalism that Wise is being investigated by prosecutors in Belgium about anti-money laundering. I always tell you, if there is some news, the first thing you need to do is to go on the investor relations page. In the case of Wise, that's owners relations. You go there. If there is anything that the company mentioned, then it is something important. Today, Wise responded to this news, so it is something important. According to the article, the investigation has been ongoing since last year, and there is about €500 million, about 500 million euros of transaction that seems to be non-compliant, and these have been throughout Europe in 30 countries. Since Wise has its license in Belgium to operate in Europe, and through the Belgium license they can operate in all the EU countries. All these different regulators saw that Wise has been mentioned several times in terms of frauds and all the illegal transactions, and that's why they told the Belgium authorities about this, and the investigation is ongoing. If you just react to this headline, it looks like something very bad. €500 million is a huge number, but we need to put things into perspective, how much it is actually. Last year, Wise had total volume of over 240 billion US dollars. So only 0.2% was fraudulent. Of course, we don't know that 500 million euros. What's the time span of this? It could be over several years. So less than 0.2% of the total cross-border volume is actually being investigated. And if we look at the article that the journalists themselves wrote, they say that about 5% of global GDP is fraud, $2 trillion. This corresponds exactly to the numbers that Wise gives us in terms of how much cross-border transactions happens annually, which is 43 trillion US dollars. So about 5% of that is fraudulent. Of course, not all the frauds goes through cross-border, some are domestic, but let's assume it's only 2% fraudulent. This is already one order of magnitude higher than the issues with Wise, which tells you that Wise is already doing better than the average. I'm not saying that Wise should not be better. Ideally, in an ideal world, there should be zero fraud, but we don't live in an ideal world. There are always going to be bad actors. What matters is what Wise is doing to overcome all of this. And you should not just rely on some headlines to make your investing judgment. These journalists, they are doing their work. Good for them, it's good. I'm not saying that they are doing anything wrong. They should do their job. And even Wise, they should do better in terms of anti-money laundering. It's best for society. We want better regulations. But as an investor, you should not be reacting to any news. You should know how to react to them. I did the whole research. I have been studying Wise for years now, and I actually wrote a newsletter. I posted about this today. I will suggest you read the newsletter too, which I will be discussing in today's video. So I will give you an example of a few years ago. There has been a £250 transaction withdrawal on an ATM from a debit card owned by an employee of a Russian-owned company. This is a big violation of sanctions against Russia. Wise reported it. They did a mistake here. They should have cancelled that debit card beforehand, which they did not do. So it was a mistake from their part, and they reported it to the authorities. And they mentioned that in their annual report of 2024. So why did they mention that? It's to show that there are always going to be some people who will try to fraud on Wise, just like some people try to do fraud on PayPal, they try to do fraud with their banks. It is always going to happen. It's not Wise itself that is doing the fraud. Like a few years ago, Wise Forgo did with the fake accounts. It's not like that. Or even PayPal with Honey. It's not like that. You need to understand that Wise is not the party doing the fraud here. But they should be doing things to not enable parties doing fraud to do the fraud on their platform, which apparently they have not done enough. Another example I can give you is that a few years ago, Wise paused onboarding for business customers because they could not handle the total workload with compliance. They hired new people and then they continued onboarding new business customers. Again, to show that Wise was trying to grow at the maximum speed without taking into consideration the importance of compliance. They have been doing this, but some people will still be doing fraud. But as long as they can minimize the numbers, I think we should be trusting the management. This is what matters overall. I'm not going to be long today because I have talked about whys a lot, but this is what matters, I believe, when you're investing in any company. You need to be able to trust the management, especially in financial services, especially not just fintech, but even banks, because one person has access to a lot of money, and if that person does something bad, they can do a lot of damage, which is not really something I'm seeing with today's Wise situation. That doesn't mean that Wise is not going to be fine. Probably they'll get some fine, and I don't think it's going to be that huge. I cannot give you a number, maybe some tens of millions of US dollars, maybe. But it's not going to be such a huge number. It's going to affect the earnings by a lot. How do I know this? It's because last month itself, Wise upgraded their margins expectations for the short term and medium term from 13 to 16% to 15 to 20%. If they knew that they had a big fine to pay, they would not have done that. It would have been stupid to do that. Of course, like Bank Franklin said, only death and taxes are certain in life. So we don't know. We can never be sure. I always tell you, even a big company like Apple, maybe Tim Cook is doing some fraud we don't know about. It's always a possibility. But if you think like that, you will not be making any investments at all. At some point, you need to be able to know, okay, I will trust these people. I will risk some money. For me, that's 30% of my portfolio in Wise, 30% of my net worth. And today, because of that fall, I'm down to 25%. I bought more shares, so it's back to 26%. So hopefully, either the stock price goes up again, I'll be back to 30%. But if it goes down, I'll be buying more. By the end of the year, I'm sure we'll be back to 30% of my portfolio. Or hopefully, even more than that. So I'm not worried. I don't think we should be. And let's just hear what Wise has to say. They have a conference with Goldman Sachs in 2 days. So I don't know if they'll talk about this. Even if they don't, it doesn't matter. The regulators are doing their jobs. Wise team is doing its job. They are working together. And sooner or later, we'll know if there's going to be further investigation, some probes and prosecution, and if Wise will be paying fines, how this will happen. This takes years. So don't just react to the news. I know it can sound scary, but welcome to investing. If you want to learn more about Wise, I would recommend you watch my last video. Have a nice day and goodbye.